Let me show you how to start using Jupyter Notebooks on Thunder Compute in just a few steps. The first thing you want to do is create an instance with TNR create. This will actually set up a lot of the config you need in the background. But what we have to do now is go to the extension store and install two extensions. The first is remote SSH, which allows us to connect to this instance. So that's right here. And the second is the Jupyter extension, which allows us to run notebooks. You may already have these. So once you've done this, we can head to the Remote Explorer, and this will show the instances that we have available to connect. Right now you don't see anything because the config is still being set from this create command. Let me cut back to when this is ready. Usually takes a minute or two. If you don't see anything after a few seconds, click this refresh icon, and eventually you'll see TNR 0 appear, which is the instance I just created. If I click the arrow on Ubuntu, but if I go to the Explorer, you can see all these files, and I can create a new notebook. So if I open a Jupyter notebook, we now have this open in VS Code. The one last thing we'll need to do is connect this to a kernel. As you can see, there's no Python kernel connected. And the reason for that is we actually have to install the Jupyter extension in this instance. So if I click install in TNR 0, we can go back to our notebook, and now we're connected to a Python kernel. So if I close the terminal, create a code cell to test this, and run something like NVIDIA SMI, it connects to the kernel, and then it shows the GPU that we have.